Welcome to ESM 7 Big Am Sacramento. It's spring break, and we have a very special guest on the show today.
It's going to be a great show today. We got somebody that's been a big influence in both our lives, and we're really excited to talk to him today.
Yeah, we're going to talk to him about there's a big secret that we're going to try to get out of him. Well, let me just tell you who it is. His name is Thomas Flowers, and if you don't know who that is, he's the lead singer for Oleander. Oleander is a Sacramento band that started back in 1997, and they've produced some really good albums. One which everybody's familiar with is February Sun. And
a lot of great tracks on that. It was like just riddled with hits, basically. I think they had 4 or 5. I don't know, maybe not number one hits, but they were just like songs that you would remember.
I actually love every song on that album. There's not a song I don't
You
like
know
on
it
that
verbatim.
album. Yes, I do.
Verbatim.
And I've done karaoke with Oleander tracks behind me. But we're going to talk to him about his new album, Something Beautiful. And also we're going to talk about the big secret, which is big news for Sacramento.
Yeah. We're going to try to confirm that information with them. And hopefully, if it's true, then everybody in Sacramento is going to be excited to go check it out. Okay?
Absolutely.
All right, man. So here in just a minute, we're going to get a phone call.
Yeah, let's get him on the horn.
All right.
Today we have a special guest with us. Thomas from Oleander's with us. How's it going, Thomas?
Hello. It's going well, man. How are you?
Oh, real good, real good. Well, thanks for taking the time to spend with ESM 7 today. What I wanted to talk to you about was it's going to be 1 year since the release of Something Beautiful, and we just wanted to check in with you and see how that's going for you.
Well, things have been going great. It certainly exceeded our expectations, which were low when we decided to even put the album together. I mean, really, we just wanted to get back together after a nice little break and see what we could come up with. You know, we put something together that we really are proud of, but we didn't have, really any expectations of what it would do at the market. And so far it's been fantastic.
Okay.
A lot of people have purchased it, and a lot of people have expressed their satisfaction with it. So it's good.
Yeah, I know I've purchased it.
That's right.
Cool, man.
And then not a lot of people know this, but the first song on the album, a track called "Fight," features Uriah Faber. How was that working with them?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, you think about it, a Sacramento guy working with a Sacramento band, a fighter, contributing to a song called Fight. It was a match made in heaven.
Yeah, it makes sense. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So going back, you made this album more for the fun of making music instead of as bands, that are established like yourself, that have been in the industry for a long time. They kind of just force songs out there and they force the music just to try to make a buck. When you guys really just got together to make this thing just for you, basically, and for all your really fans.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, our motto coming back after a break was keep your expectations low and just enjoy the process, and that's what we've done. And one of the byproducts of that attitude is a really good album. And the thing that we've learned over the last 15 to 20 years is that all you can do is put your best foot forward, and whatever else happens is what's meant to be. So, we're stoked.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's great. And then, so we know you're out of Sacramento and stuff. So when you're in town, when you're in the Sacramento area, what are your favorite venues to play?
Well, I'm partial to a couple of clubs because early on, way back in the day, they were the only clubs that would ever let us, frequent it. But there's the old Ironsides downtown.
Yeah.
It's a very small little place that bands coming up get to get their legs. Back in the old days, we used to play at a place called the Boardwalk. It's kind of near and dear to our hearts too. But then you've got venues like Ace of Spades. In my opinion, it's the best place in town for a national act, well, any act, to get it on.
Yeah, Ace of Spades is a big place. I've seen a couple of bands in there, and also the owners of Ace of Spades, I believe, are the same that just opened up a place on K Street called the Assembly.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah, and that's a really nice venue as well.
Nice. I'd like to play there too. Maybe sometime this summer.
Yeah, so as with ESM7, what we like to do is we like to focus our attention on bands that haven't been signed. They don't have a lot of following yet, and we like to feature those bands on a weekly basis. And what we want to know from you is what advice would you give to, some of these guys that are just starting out?
Well, the best advice that I could give an up-and-comer is to just continue to do what they enjoy about the band or the style that they play. Really, at the end of the day, it's a lot like us coming back and recording this record. It was all about us putting our best foot forward, regardless of what anybody does or says, beyond the band, enjoying the process, and seeing what happens. For unestablished bands, they need to constantly remind themselves why they're doing it in the first place, and they need to be tenacious. Really, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if they get signed, if they get on the radio, if they top the charts. What matters is that they're proud of what they're coming up with, and they can honestly sit back and look at it 10 years from now and say, yeah, that was something that I'm glad that I did.
Yeah.
Absolutely, that's great advice.
Yeah.
And just finally here, what's next for Oleander? Do you guys have anything coming up in the Sacramento area?
Well, it's being talked about, a show with Tesla, Deftones, Papa Roach in June. That would be great. We haven't seen a lot of our friends in those bands in a while, so it would be nice to be able to run into those guys and share a stage. We're actually working on new material.
Awesome.
Just because we want to stay busy.
Yeah.
And we'll see. We're talking about maybe some more shows in the summer.
Nice.
It's gonna be it'll be a good time this summer.
Very cool. And then
we're excited about that.
Yeah, keeping the creative juices flowing, working on some new
Sure.
material.
We've actually seen some rumors on Facebook about that, what you're talking about, the Deftones, and one of our friends, a band called Fall Rise, is also talking about maybe participating in something like that. So
I say the more the merrier. Fall Rise is great. They're from Sacramento too.
Yeah.
That's what that show's all about.
Eddie and I actually opened up for them at one point in our lives.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Actually, we used to jam at this warehouse on 32nd Street.
In North Highlands.
Yeah. And it was
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you maybe you played out there at one point back in the day?
Oh, I'm sure, man.
Yeah.
It's been around for so long.
The first time I saw you guys was 1997, 1998, and it was at a coffee shop in Rio Linda.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. I remember that.
Do you?
That's way back. Yes, I do. That's way back in the day, and that's a perfect example of just playing wherever you can, whenever you can. And we were so young. We nobody was going to tell us that we couldn't do what we wanted to do.
From that day on, I was an Oleander fan. From that day on.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Imagine that. We're actually talking. So, listen, when I get into town or when the show, around the time of the show, we should reconvene. Perhaps we could meet up. You guys can come out to the band room or something.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be great. We'll buy you a cheeseburger and a Pepsi.
Sounds good to me, dude. I could go for that right now.
All right. Thanks, Thomas, man. Thanks for coming on the show. Thanks for being a part of ESM7 and Big Am Sacramento.
Yeah, you got it, man. Take care.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
So, wow. That was Thomas from Oleander. And I think he confirmed that all the rumors that we heard about the big show coming up on June 28th.
Yeah, absolutely. This is going to be huge for Sacramento. We got a lot of great groups coming out here, a lot of great bands. Obviously, let's do the rundown.
Okay.
Oleander.
They're going to be there.
Tesla.
Deftones. bang.
Yeah, for sure. And then also out of Vacaville, we have Papa Roach. And one of the main groups that we need to talk about is Fall Rise. Good buddies of ours. They're having a CD release coming out. What day again?
May 3rd.
May 3rd. So this show is going to be a CD release. So you want to be there, check out their new music, their new tunes. We're going to go do a mini documentary with them at their practice site, get some interviews, get some just original footage. It's going to be great. Basically, we just want to promote this show. We're going to be out at the show. If you see us there, make sure that you come say hi, because you want to get on video, you want to get on the website, and we want to promote this site.
Yeah, it's going to be a great summer for ESM7. It's going to be a great summer for Big Am Sacramento. We have the Concert in the Park series, and we also have Second Saturdays.
Love Concert in the Park.
So come by and say hi, and thank you for watching Big Am Sacramento this week, and stay tuned for next week's show.
Yeah, keep local big, and we'll see you next week.